Hello and welcome to Valhalla. I'm your host, Jake Serrano. Today we have the honor to bring on Shallow Green, a progressive rock band that definitely has an interesting twist and a dynamic. Joining us today is Jack Mangan and Owen LaRocca. How are you guys today?
Hey, good. How about you, man?
I'm doing well. I appreciate you guys coming on today.
Of course,
our pleasure.
So, obviously, I've seen your band a couple times. You guys are very good, and that's why, of course, why I brought you on. So, could you kind of explain to the people at home what exactly is progressive rock and what your band is all about?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, thanks for having us, first of all.
Problem.
And progressive rock, it's basically just more complicated rock. It's a thinking man's rock and roll. So it just enables us to do more creative things with our rock music. You know, we play in different time signatures. We jump out of the key. We break away from the status quo of what rock music is, and we're just trying to push the boundaries of what music can be.
Yeah, for sure. And we listen, of course, to a ton of inspirations like King Crimson, and of course, it's a little bit different, but everybody has their own input, and when we all come together, it makes something special.
Very cool. I kind of wanted to bring that on because yesterday I was like, of course I listened to your band. I'm like, well, what exactly is progressive rock? So I wanted to, I don't know if a lot of people know that at home, so of course I wanted to bring that on. But since I last saw you guys, obviously a lot has changed. Since I last saw you guys perform live in concert. So when you guys last performed, when I saw you in Tom's River, to a very amped up crowd, what would you say has changed from then to now?
I think it's just been difficult. It's been difficult for a lot of musicians.
Yeah, for sure.
With the whole COVID-19 thing. And even the venue that we last played, the Clubhouse, they weren't having a lot of traction during the whole COVID thing, and they had to shut down. And other bars that we've played, like the Brighton Bar, that had to close down too. And it's been hard on everybody, but I think it's pushed us to engage with our audience in a different way.
Absolutely, it's definitely encouraged us to try and take different routes in order to engage with the people that we want to kind of bring our music to and do that stuff. We've tried, we've definitely revamped social media, and we've taken a very big step in that direction. And we're definitely finding other ways outside of the live performances to reach out to audiences. Of course, we would love to have the live performances back. Lord willing, may that be soon. But in the meantime, we're definitely finding routes to get that out there.
Yeah, it's very cool. There's obviously businesses, and a lot of the people are trying to find ways to kind of cope with this and still kind of produce what they've been doing before. So that's good. I just what creative ways have you guys been able to produce music? So how have you guys been able to get that out to the viewers? Obviously, there hasn't been. You guys haven't been able to go live and physically in front of people. So
Right.
We've done YouTube videos that we've been doing recently. We've had people come in and kind of shoot videos of us rehearsing. We've done videos that we've kind of more planned out with us doing that. We've also done reels to kind of just showcase individually what we're working on, our practice techniques and stuff, and definitely reaching out in that way as well.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, with all this downtime, we've had a lot of time to write more songs and stuff. So once all this stuff is over and we get back the ball rolling again, we can hit the ground running.
Yeah, I definitely love to see you guys. Last time I saw you guys it was crazy. It was like a little mosh pit going on. It was some crazy stuff. Obviously, I was filming it, but it was still everyone was really amped. It was pretty amazing sight considering I haven't really go to a lot of concerts. It was pretty crazy to see all those people there. It got loud too for a small crowd. It was pretty loud.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
But so during the pandemic, obviously, a lot of people shut down. It's hard to find inspiration. It's hard to find ways. You guys have a lot of love for the band. You guys have a lot of love for music. What has kept you going? How have you found inspiration to keep playing music? What keeps you guys driving to keep playing?
I feel as if we have a lot of different roots and a lot of different styles. One of them being blues and jazz, and that's all about the daily struggle of life. And with this whole COVID-19, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
It's been a struggle to make music, and for some people even to get up in the morning and feel motivated to do anything. So I think for us, it's kind of that fire like we've been like yearning to just, get in the basement, rehearse, just make a bunch of noise, It's only made us want to make music even more. We're even more eager to go out and play shows and release more songs. So I think that like it's almost like a bit of like anger, a bit of rage,
Yeah.
But
Definitely.
yeah.
I hear you. It's just kind of circling through you, and you want it. It's something you like to do, and you want to get it out. Obviously, it's been tough for a lot of people, and you guys have definitely found ways. I've watched a couple of the YouTube videos. Pretty good. You guys did a pretty good job.
Thanks.
Definitely interesting stuff. So, for the both of you, where did your love for music begin?
Personally, for me, I started playing saxophone in 4th grade because all the other cool kids were doing it, and I wanted to be like them. So started playing, and I just developed a really strong love for it. My entire family was very musical, and it gave me something to do with them, to kind of like bond with them and interact with them. And I did it all throughout middle school and high school.
Right.
And I got my roots mainly in jazz, playing saxophone, and just seeing how music can really change someone's mood for the better probably is what really got me into it. And I got my start in school, and just seeing how like someone can just go from sad to happy real quick by listening to music, and that made it for me. That's why I want to keep doing it and why I want to move forward with it.
Amen, man.
Do you have where did your love for music begin, Jack?
I don't think anybody really like pushed me to do it. It was more like everyone was doing the school musical in like 3rd grade. My mom was like, you should try it. Just something to do.
Parent pushing.
Yeah. Like, please leave the house for like a couple minutes. Gosh. But I was a handful. I guess we all were. But so I did that, and I started doing a lot more musicals, and then I was like, you know what? I like singing. I like, I'm not so much of a great dancer, but I could play a little bit of guitar. I started picking that up, and then one thing led to another. I had a friend that used to play with our drummer, and she introduced me to him, and we just started playing music, and we found this guy, and everything just kind of fell into place, So
yeah. So you talked about it. You mentioned it there. It kind of all fell into place. Where did the idea for Shallow Green begin? How did you guys? Obviously you just told me where your love for music began, where it started. How did you guys kind of come together and create this idea and form this band that has such interesting music that people love?
Well, I think that we were, because I was with our drummer Jack, and we were playing like a lot of like classic rock, like cover band kind of stuff, and we were like, you know what? I think we're ready to like start writing some music. Like, let's get some like really serious musicians together, and let's just see what we can do. And I think, with the whole progressive rock thing, it's just kind of a yearning for a way to express ourselves, for a way to get up and like Owen was saying, like our music, it makes people feel something. Like you were at the show and like people were just losing their minds, going crazy. But I think that's just a testament to, and as a songwriter, it's amazing to see people react to something like that. React to something that you created. So yeah, I think that the band, it just kind of, we were all musicians that just wanted to do something that had some meaning to it, because we all played covers and stuff, but it's very different when you get up there and you play a song that you wrote, because that's like a part of your soul, that's a part of your heart that you're putting out for everyone to see, and it's like an extension of yourself,
Yeah, I hear you. It's almost like, putting together a script for a show, coming out and producing it, and being able to share your ideas and your thoughts to the world, whether that's making it a better place, making people happy, just something that you love and you're expressing to others. I totally feel what you're feeling. So what would you guys say, you guys have obviously been together with the band for a while, what has been your most memorable moment in Shallow Green?
We probably when we wrote our very first song. Like and also like relating to the last question as well. Like I was the last person to be added to the group, and we all like would just basically go in the basement and we do jam sessions basically where we just pick a key at random and just go. And we ended up writing a song that you had an idea about called The Soldier, and it's like one of the favorite songs that we play at a lot of our live gigs. And we wrote the song and it just happened. And I think we all just like sat in silence for like 30 seconds at each other and we're like, wow, this can really go somewhere.
Yeah.
And that was about a year and a half ago, but that was probably my favorite moment. Definitely.
Very interesting. That's interesting stuff. So you guys kind of just sat down and started playing, and it kind of just came together. That's pretty cool. Yeah. That's what you call, some serious chemistry through the band. That's some strong stuff you guys got going on there. If you guys had one word to describe the band, what would that be?
I would say, I think it's energy. I think that whether you're at our shows or you're listening to our songs online or you're looking at our performance, I think you could see the sound, if that makes sense. You could feel the passion that we bring to it, and you can feel it's like a wall. You just get hit with a wall when you listen to our stuff. I can't exactly explain it. You just kind of have to feel it. But I think the best word I could use is energy.
Yeah, I would probably have to second that. I think our music's been described before as like just a wall of sound, like what you were saying, and definitely energy is the word I would go with. Yeah,
you're definitely whether it's online, whether I watched one of your covers that you did, you did the Tom Sawyer cover. Whether it was being there or online, I really felt connected. You guys do a really good job at that and connecting to your audience. And then once you just hear all the sounds kind of mixed together, it's a really good harmony of everything coming together.
Thank you.
So, as I kind of just mentioned, one of the things I like about your band is all the different sounds coming together. Obviously, you have the saxophone. I really like that part of the band. What would you say, or what do you guys think sets your band apart from others? And why would someone like me, just pretending I don't know your music, why would I come and listen to your music?
Well, I think that, it's like anything. Like, I'm not so much a fan of, it's like chocolate or vanilla, with a lot of different things. Some people like chocolate, some people like vanilla, We're just a different flavor in the mix, And I feel like our music, it's like America. It's a melting pot of just all these different flavors and textures. Like you were saying, we have, the jazz influence, we have blues influence, classic rock and roll, we have classical. Heck, I was in musical theater. That has some kind of influence in it, right? Not that we do like Les Miserables or anything, but you know what I'm saying?
No, I hear you.
I think that there's something for everyone when you listen to our band. I think that's what, and it's not in like a fake way either. It's very we play what we like, if we don't like a song, we don't play it,
okay.
So, I think that as long as we keep doing that and keep writing music that we enjoy, there's going to be an audience for that, and people are going to connect with that because that's genuine, that's real, So.
Yeah, definitely. And the fact that we all come from different backgrounds, each one of us comes, I think, from a different background of music. And when we play, we obviously bring all of that together, like you described, like a melting pot. And I think because of that, it allows our music to appeal to a very wide genre of people, because no matter where you've kind of got your start, whether it be jazz, progressive rock, musical theater, there's something there from that ended up going into the melting pot of the song. So it just appeals to a very wide group of people, and I would say that that's definitely something that sets us apart from a lot of other groups.
Yeah, well, when I listened to your music, and when you first told me about your band, you told me, it was a progressive rock band, but I heard rock. So, I'm like, oh, okay, you got a rock band. Then I watched all this stuff unfold through your music, and I'm like, wow, this is not really what I thought he had said. And, it's definitely what you guys are saying, I would say, is probably an accurate representation of exactly what your band is. Yeah, it definitely is. When I first heard Scarlet Hands, and I know a lot of people that just keep going playing it on Spotify and stuff, it definitely is a lot of different, a melting pot of a lot of different sounds. It's very interesting. So you guys talked about, obviously you guys are described as a progressive rock band, and you talked about a melting pot of sounds. So where did the saxophone originate from, and how did you guys come about putting that in the rock band?
I still ask myself that question very, very often. And one of the, I knew Jack Bonacorso, the drummer from high school, and he just invited me over one night. He's like, hey, I got a few friends, come over and jam. And I got there, and there was an electric guitar and a bass. Okay. And I was like, I'm not quite sure what you want me to do here. And we played, and I still ask myself that question from time to time. I'm like, how does saxophone fit in this? But somehow we make it work. And I think the fact that we make that work blows my mind. And it's not me, it's everybody. The fact that we just play in a way that we can fit a brass instrument into a traditionally rock concept of music. And fitting that in there, I think, is definitely something that makes us unique. But it's something that I think definitely took some time to do, because I traditionally did jazz. And jazz is a lot of swing and different forms of improv. And I think my improv is definitely improved to kind of tailor towards what we're doing. But the saxophone, I think it was really just a gut feeling that we originally added it in there, and it ended up working. It was a very random blend of spices, and we ended up putting it together, and I think it works really well.
Yeah, like I said, I like that part of your band. It's just like something that popped out to me, like, like, oh man, like, how do they, I always thought that, like, man, like, where did you guys get the saxophone from? Like, how did you guys incorporate that? So it was very interesting to hear that. Yeah, I just think that makes your band even more dynamic and allows you to guys do different things that other bands can't do.
Right.
Yeah, so I really think that kind of sets your band apart from
others.
others.
Almost like, I like to think of it almost as like he's like singing like a second like voice part on the sax almost. Because like, I get up, I sing, and then he'll play, he'll play that on the sax. And it's almost like we're like a call and response, like echoing each other, Yeah, so I feel like it did feel like when I was there and I like met you for the first time, it was like we could like feel the magic. Like it was something like, we were like, all right, we have something here that's like different, but it's good,
Yeah, definitely, yeah. It's a great part of your band. Like I said, it sets you guys apart from others. And I think once people, check you guys out, they're going to fall in love with you guys because, not only you guys good people, you guys are able to present that music in a specific way, and just like I said before, really connect with the audience. So let's keep going forward here.
Sure.
Are there any new things that Shal Green is willing to attempt? Something you guys maybe haven't done before? Or in other words, are you guys working on improving certain things? Any new things we have coming forward? Any new things you guys want to try?
Motorcycle show, we're going to be playing, and then we're going to like go off like a jump, double backflip.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's going to be like flames, pyrotechnics, stuff like that.
You'll hear me scream for the first time.
Is this a dream you had in your head? Is this something you always wanted?
Oh, always, man. Nah, just kidding around. But I think, we just want to keep, we want to just hop in a van and just go, down the East Coast, wherever we can. We just want to play wherever people will have us,
Yeah, I hear you.
Going on tour is definitely something different, but I think it's a milestone that a lot of bands hit, and I would love to attempt it, and I think everyone, all of us, we would love to attempt something like that. To be able to just go and get in a van and go and play all across our state, other states around it, and just be able to bring that audience of people just to a wider area.
That obviously that would be something very cool to see. But obviously to do that, you guys got to be very well rounded, right?
Sure.
You guys have to establish yourself. So let me ask you something. What would you guys say if you were speaking to someone saying, okay, we're going to put you on tour, and they ask you, what would you say Shal Green's strengths are? What would you tell them?
I think anytime we play somewhere, there's always heads turning. I feel like we've played some weird dive bars, we've played some real holes in the walls, and we're young. We're not like we're not trying to toot our own horn here, but there's not a lot of kids our age doing what we're doing. So I feel like when we get up and we break out a song like Tom Sawyer, they're like, oh my gosh, these guys these guys playing Rush, you know, like that's crazy. You know, that's what I listened to when I was a kid.
Right.
You know, so I feel like we connect. Also, we connect with a lot of different age groups. You know, we connect with people that listened to progressive rock when they were growing up in the 70s, 80s. We connect with the modern audience because we bring that energy to the stage. You know, so there's something for everybody, like I was saying earlier. I think that's what helps us out.
I definitely think one of our strengths is that we're very unique, and that could either be a compliment or a weakness. Because when somebody comes up to you at the end of the show and say, "Wow, that was different," and you don't really know how to interpret that right away. But I think we're definitely different. Like you said previously, we have a saxophone, and we do a lot of other things with the instruments that aren't traditionally done. And we change meters during the song, which is another thing that's not really present in traditional pop music today. And we're very, very unique and different. And I think that's a strength because it gives people kind of like a change from the norm of listening to standard radio. And it's definitely a change when you listen to us.
So, okay, so you told me your strengths. Now, I'm ready to put you guys on tour. What would be something that I should know before you guys go on? Something you guys are working on improving upon? Something you guys want to get better at?
I think just, you know, we just got to keep building our audience, you know. It's hard for, you know, local bands to break out of that shell and start to go on a more national scale. You know, it's a big jump, you know. So I think, you know, any tour companies, you know, they might be like, all right, well, you guys are young, you know, you guys have a bit of a following, but it's not enough where if we went to, I don't know, Kansas, you know, people would show up and be like, I'm here for the Shallow Green show. You know, we're not at that level yet. You know, not saying we won't get there, but, you know, so, you know, everything's a gamble in the business. But I think if we were to hop on with another band or something like that and were to open up for them, sure, we can make some heads turn. We can sell some merchandise, you know, make people happy, people jam out a little bit, you know.
Yeah, merchandise is definitely something that we're also working on as well. And that'll be out very, very soon. We're working on a website. Merchandise. We're working on releasing stuff too.
Oh, very cool.
We're working on a ton of stuff, and I think because right now the only thing we have out publicly is a Scarlet Hands and a number of YouTube videos on and off of YouTube on different avenues. But we're definitely working on getting our content library much, much bigger.
Yes.
We have the content. It's just a matter of getting it into that recorded medium to get it out to the audience.
Oh, that's great. That's great stuff to hear. So you guys, that's something you guys. That's a great way to go, and being able to get your brand out and your name out. People, you know, I'm wearing the Shallow Green shirt. Oh, hey, who's Shallow Green? You know, that's something that's really great. So this is kind of going to be your chance to talk to the viewers at home and let them know what are we going to expect from Shallow Green coming up.
So we have some unannounced releases yet. We can't tell you when, but we're very excited to release some more music in the near future. As well as, like Owen was saying, we're going to do some merchandise lines. And then, you know, hopefully once all this stuff clears up, we'll be back to playing shows. And we can't wait to see you guys again.
Yeah, expect good things. And, Lord willing, we'll be out performing live performances very soon. And I would say, you know, we're really passionate about what we do, and we don't plan on tapping on the brakes. You know, we want to go full speed ahead. And that's really our intentions with what we're doing. And we would love to have as many people on board with that as possible.
That's great. I hope people come out, and I hope you get the support you need. I love that motto, just going all gas, no brakes. That's something that I take into myself as well. So any final things you guys want to tell the viewers about your band? Any lasting, maybe final thoughts you have about your band? Something you really want to tell them? Something maybe they're missing? Something they should know? The viewers at home.
Well, to keep up with us, you could check out our Instagram. It's shallowgreennj, and you can find that, like I said, on Instagram, or if you want to check out our Facebook, it's just Shallow Green, or YouTube, just type in Shallow Green. You can find us there. We'll be posting regular content, as we have been, and we just want to give you guys cool stuff.
Yeah, and we also are very, very active on Instagram. We love talking to you guys. So if you ever want to reach out to us, please absolutely feel free. All four of us have access to the Instagram, so we talk to people daily, and we love talking to you guys because we love hearing what you have to say. We love the constructive criticism we get too, because we do YouTube videos about songs, and like they suggest songs that we should play. we absolutely love talking to our audience. So please reach out to us. We love it. We love it.
And lastly, thanks for being awesome. Thanks for supporting us.